Hi booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I am here today to do the kindness book tag. This tag was created by Bandy's Books, and I was tagged by, I believe her first name is Angelia. I hope I'm saying that right. And her channel is Read and Reread. So definitely check her channel out. So for those of you who are maybe new to my channel or have never made it to the end of one of my videos, I end my videos with be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And so that's why I was super excited about the kindness book tag. Question number 1, how do you practice kindness in your day-to-day life? And I really hate to break this to all of you. I'm actually not a very kind person in real life. I get very frustrated in stores. I've had a lot of problems in professional settings. And it isn't that I mean to be unkind. I don't always realize that what I am doing is not in the spirit of kindness. After 5 years on booktube, I can safely assure you that the kindest version of me, the best version of me, is right here. So, but yeah, if you just met me, like, kindness is probably not the first thing that's gonna pop into your mind. So I wish that were true, and that's part of the reason why I say that at the end of every video, is because it's really a reminder to myself that I have to be, I need to, that's what I aspire to, is to be kind to myself and be kind to others. And you know what, like, every day I sort of have to hit reset and try again, you know. Some days I'm more successful with one than the other, but yeah, so, and I really think this tag is important right now, especially as we enter the holiday season, because there will be lines and people will be stressed. Put so much pressure on ourselves in the holidays, I think, and that's really unfortunate. So it's a great time to show kindness to other people. Okay. Question 2, this is an impossible question. What is the kindest thing that's happened to you on booktube? Oh my god. I mean, we could start with the fact that you're all here, right? Like, well, not that you're watching this video. Like, there are people who comment on every Friday Reads, like every Friday Reads video I make. They are always there. They always show up, and it's so kind. It's so kind. And yeah, like I have received so much kindness from all over the world because of this channel. I never in a million years did I think that was going to happen, that was going to be part of the experience of having a booktube channel. But I have received so much love and kindness from the people on booktube in many ways. It might be just a little message, a message on my Instagram account, or booktube, or not booktube, Goodreads, anyone who's left a comment. You know, and yeah, like, have there been some negative comments? Sure, there have been some negative comments. And have there been some videos that I've made that I'm like, I don't know, like, was that really a great idea? You know, so it's taken me a while to learn how to show kindness, but also I've just been overwhelmed with how much kindness I have received on booktube. So there's absolutely no way I could say, like, this single-handedly was the kindest thing anyone ever did for me. Yeah, so just no possible way of expressing that, but it has been amazing. All right, question 3 is also impossible. Who, in your opinion, is one of the kindest booktubers out there? And this, again, it's absolutely impossible. It's absolutely possible to answer. I will be mentioning some of these people when I tag people, but I just can't believe. I want to single out, what I want to single out here is, like, it's not just people with channels. It's people who are just watching and commenting, or maybe just watching, and they don't ever say anything. Those people are some of the most amazing people on BookTube, and they are incredibly kind. And, you know, again, show up video after video after video, and I don't always know that they're there. They don't always leave a comment. I just made a Friday Reads video after being away from BookTube for a month, and they this person left a comment. They used to have a BookTube channel. They don't anymore. I'm still so sad about that. But yeah, like, they're there, you know, and they left a comment, and so I know they're watching. Like, they just don't always leave a comment, which is why I encourage people, if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can always give my videos a thumbs up, because that's also an indicator to me of, like, okay, like, there's a whole bunch of people over here who maybe left a comment but maybe didn't, and I want to keep those people in mind as well. So I just really I love the people who I don't think people who don't have channels, they should get more credit, and it's hard to give them credit on BookTube. It's hard to find a way to recognize them. So, okay. Question number 4. What is a book that reminded you to be more kind? Okay, so I think this question is supposed to be about nonfiction, because the next question is about fiction. So a couple of books, and I probably should reread these. The first one is 365 Thank Yous, the year a simple act of daily gratitude changed my life, by John Kralik. And he is at a really low point in his life. I think he's 53 when he embarks on this project, and he writes a thank you card every single day for a year. And it helps him to remember to, like, for the things that he's grateful for, the things that are, like, right in his life, not just the things that are wrong. And I think this is a great idea, and I probably should read that again, and probably should do that. The other book, I have not read this for probably 20 years, and some of you I know are going to freak out, because it's like, it's not a self-help book, but it's, well, I don't know, it kind of is. This is called The Friendship Factor by Alan Loy McGinnis, and I got this when I lived in Chicago, when I volunteered in Chicago, inner city Chicago, for a year. And it's how to get closer to the people that you care for. And there are some really great ideas in this book, and I just need to reread it because really, you guys, I don't have any friends in my real life, like in my own community. Like, I don't really have any friends here, so I probably need to work on that. Question number 5. Can you think of a fiction book of any genre that focuses on themes of kindness? Definitely. And this is the perfect time to read A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This is the moment, you guys. If you have not read A Christmas Carol, you should read it. It's great, and it's tiny. You could read it in a day. No problems. And if you haven't read it for a while, you should pick it back up again and read it again, because this is the book, in my opinion, about about redemption and changing your life and being more kind. So the other books that came to mind, and I didn't get them down because we only have folio editions of them, and they're on top of a bookshelf, and there's books on top of those books. Oh my God. So I didn't grab them, but the other two books I wanted to mention are The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck, which again, I don't think the central theme of the story is necessarily kindness, but there are acts of kindness within that story, and there is also the absence of kindness, which probably makes a bigger point. But how on earth? I don't want to ruin the ending. The ending of that book is so powerful, and it has stayed with me for so long. I just love The Grapes of Wrath. The other one I thought of, and I have not read this book for a really long time, so I could be wrong, but I think Cloud Street by Tim Winton might be another good one. It's about two families that live right next door to each other. Like the house is like split in two, and how they interact and get along or don't get along. And again, I don't know that it's necessarily like super focused on kindness, but I think there are elements to just the idea of being neighbors. What is a good neighbor, you know? How can we be kind to our neighbors? So let's see here, where am I? Question 6. How do you think you could make BookTube a kinder place, both individually and as a community? Okay, so one of the things I do on my channel to try to recognize, especially people who are never going to leave a comment, they're never gonna say anything, I try to recognize all the people who publicly subscribe to my channel every month. I haven't been as consistent with this as I've wanted to be, but I've been doing this for a little while now, and so the last Friday of every month, Friday Reads videos start with people who are new subscribers to my channel, and if they have a channel, I linked that. So, or if they have primarily if I have an English speaking channel. I need to do a better job of watching BookTube newbie tags. I just, you know, there's just only so many hours in the day, and so I really do though want to focus on how can I find those people and start off a relationship that's based on kindness. So so that's something that I definitely need to work on. Okay, this is my big one though, you guys. As a community, you should never ever leave a comment that's related to someone's appearance, okay? If they look like they just rolled out of bed to make a video, if they, whatever the case may be, like in getting ready for this tag, I was looking at the channels I subscribe to, and there's so many people that I have not made a video for a really long time. And I just, it's so sad. And some of that has to do with like looking at yourself in the camera, or seeing yourself in a video. But if you get a comment about what someone else sees in the video, that is so wounding and so painful. Like, I don't care. Like, this is not important. The people I subscribe to are the people that I may not even read the same books. It's someone you feel a connection to. You like them. You get along with them. You wish they were your coworker, and that you could chat about books over the water cooler. People who can do that are so lucky. So yeah, I think that as a community, like if we just stopped making negative comments about people's appearances, I think that would be really great. The other thing I would say, and this is based on my own personal experience, but do you know what? If you see drama taking place on BookTube, the surest way to make that drama stop is to not get involved and to just step away and to just remove yourself from that. If people who are making snarky videos back and forth or whatever in response to, one video in response to another video and da-da-da-da-da, back and forth, like, if nobody left a comment, those people wouldn't make those videos anymore. If we just didn't engage with it, then that would stop. Or it would at least shrink. But those videos get huge numbers of views on comments, because people are defending, this person that they love on BookTube videos. Like I said, if they didn't get views, if they didn't get comments and things like that, people wouldn't make videos like that. I don't think. Anyway, I could be wrong about that, but let's see. Okay. Question 7, say some kind words about one of your favorite BookTube channels. I talk a lot about this particular person on my channel, but Gina from Gina Senior Books. And it's not like she doesn't need me to shout her out or anything like that, because I suspect all of you already know who she is, but she is just an incredibly kind person and just a wonderful human being, and probably the only channel that I watch every single video of hers. Yeah. And she doesn't feel the need to, like, pump out a bunch of videos. She makes a video when she's ready, when she has something to say, and yeah. So anyway, but I spend a lot of time talking to her on Voxer, and she is every bit as kind, at least on Voxer, as she is on her channel. So I feel her to be, like, she's so sincere and so real about what she's talking about on her channel, that I just love that. So but there are a ton of other booktubers that I could talk about there. There's so many. Like, I don't watch booktubers that I don't think are kind. Share a new small booktube channel. Okay, so I'm not gonna do this right now. I'm gonna do it on my Friday Reads video, and I'm gonna spend this week watching booktube newbie tags, and on Friday I will follow up and I'm gonna shout out some new small booktube channels. Okay, tag some friends to spread some kindness. Now, oh my gosh, I have tagged a lot of people, and I apologize if you've already been tagged or whatever the case may be. But these are not all the channels I subscribe to, obviously. So these are not all the kind people on BookTube, but these are some really kind people. Okay, so Whitney at Tabara's Den, what a sweetheart. Paul at PK's Books. Paul, I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad that you've returned to BookTube. It makes me so happy. Berna at Berna's Bookish Adventures. She lives in Turkey. She's been working in disaster relief since the earthquakes happened in Turkey. And Berna is, if you haven't watched Berna's channel, you really need to. My two Aarons, Aaron Read a Book and Aaron Facer. I love both these channels so much. They are fantastic booktubers. I don't know why. They both, all these people should just have so many more subscribers. Let's see. Melinda at A Web of Stories, super kind. Will Chambers. Oh my goodness, Will is so nice. I'm going to do a buddy read with him next year. I'm really excited about it. Marilyn Maya Mendoza, such a kind booktuber. Randy Ray at Literate Texan. a novel idea. And again, these are not in any kind of ranking, Randy. These are not in any kind of ranking. But yeah, so these people are all just so kind. Michael Romeo talks books. Roz at Scally Dandelion about the books. Tilly from Tilly's Shelf. Sandy at Miss Reads a Lot. So I'm going to stop there. And again, like all of you who are watching this, like who show up and are just here, like that is so incredibly kind. So if you do not have a channel, I would love to hear, like, what do you think could make BookTube a kinder community? Who do you think is the kind, you know, if you can name one that is the kindest booktuber out there, by all means, like yeah, like let me know, because maybe I'm not subscribed to them and I should be. You know, I didn't mention some of like the really huge channels that, again, I regularly watch. And I know some people, like Steve Donahue's already done this tag, so I'm not gonna mention Steve. But yeah, so it's just there's so many kind booktubers out there, and I would love to hear your answers to these questions. If you have books that you think are about kindness, I would love to know, like, because maybe they're not on my TBR, maybe they're not even on my radar. Like, let me know so that I can add them in. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for tagging me, Angelia. BookTube, again, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll be back soon with another bookish video. Bye.